Welcome. Good afternoon. My name is Andy Kong. I am a director of product management from Salesforce. I'm really excited to be here speaking at the Twilio conference. My team has been working very closely with the Twilio team for quite some time now. By the way, my team just told me that I overdressed a bit for a developer conference, so now I'm all self-conscious now. So thank you. But I'm really thrilled to be here to talk about a product that we built that's built on top of Twilio. But before I start, I want to take a moment recognizing any Salesforce customers in the audience. Show of hand. Excellent. What about Salesforce partners? Okay, we have a few. So thank you very much for being such great customers and partners. We really appreciate your business. And if you are not yet a Salesforce customer, I also invite you to explore how Salesforce can help you and your customers be even more successful. Now, since today we'll be talking about forward-looking roadmap visions, here's the forward-looking statement. Salesforce is a publicly traded company. Please do make any purchasing decisions based on the features and functionality that are currently available in the market. Also, myself and my colleague will be available in the hallway after the presentation to answer any questions. All right. So today, the product I want to talk to you about is called Lightning Dialer. Now, Lightning Dialer is a native Salesforce experience for calling. It allows you to make and receive calls right from Salesforce. You can multitask, you can take notes, and after the call, you will automatically capture the activity. But today, I also want to spend some time just sharing our thought process, our experience, our journey in building this product. So let me spend a few minutes just to talk about why we built this product in the first place, what problems we're trying to solve. Now, I am from Sales Cloud Product Management, and my job at the end of the day is to help our customers sell faster, sell smarter, and sell the way that fits their business. So we've seen a shift in sales engagement from the traditional channels to digital channels. So that means less time traveling, more time spent on the phone, more online meetings, more email, text, social media. And that's all great because technology helps us reach more customers, drive costs down, save us more time. But there are also new challenges. For example, with much more less time with our customers, how do I make the conversation more engaging? Or how do I get my prospect on the phone in the first place? Who do I call next? When do I call? How do I manage all these digital channels? But most importantly, what do I do with the data from these channels? How do I make sense of it? So that's where Salesforce comes in. We want to help you take all your data, not just Salesforce data, but also your email, your calendar, your social network, your IoT, and then we want to apply artificial intelligence with those data. As you may have heard, we have a suite of Einstein products, which is our artificial intelligence, so we can provide you with insights into your business and your customers. And as you can imagine, with any AI solutions, it gets smarter if you provide it with good, clean data. So how do we get good, clean data into your CRM? Well, it turned out that's also a challenge because it turns out that today, capturing activities in the CRM, it's still very much a manual process, especially for sales teams. I've talked with a lot of customers, and I heard stories like sales reps would spend an entire Friday afternoon just log everything that happened during a week. So as you can imagine, not only those data are usually incomplete, but they are not captured at the right moment. And these are all very critical signals for an AI solution. So that's our motivation. And in fact, survey shows that sales users are almost spending as much time selling as the administrative tasks. And these are the things like scheduling meetings, sending out emails, and calling. So Lightning Dialer is our solution to improve that experience for calling for our sales teams. So now we have a motivation to build a product. Now, before we build any product, we want to identify exactly who we are building this product for, who our target users are. And for us, we identify two personas. The first group are who we call the deal closer. These are the folks that prep for sales calls, demo solutions, prep quotes, contracts, proposals, and ultimately close deals. They may have different titles at different company, but for them, they're all about activities, activities, activities. So it's critical that we help them capture all interactions with the customers and make sure those data are in Salesforce. And we also want to help them find data quicker, whether it's they're on the phone, they need to find a piece of information, or when a customer calls you, you need to quickly look up the information, or even better, know what this customer is calling you about before you even answer it. And we also want to help these users manage their follow-up better. The second group of users are who we call the pipeline builders. For them, these are the user who has to dial 100, 200 phone numbers every day. They are measured by the number of calls they make, the amount of time they spend on the call. So for them, every click counts. They have to find new leads, determine fit, qualify, and nurture leads. So for these type of users, we need to help them save time in the dialing, the looking up customer information. We want to help them save time in determining who to call next. We want to help them manage multiple workspaces because they are the user that has to open many records at once, so we want to help them multitask better. And of course, activities, we need to help them capture those activities in the CRM as well. So now we know who we are building the product for. Now, the next thing for us is that we want to set some goals, exactly what values that we want to provide our customers. So for us, there are 3 areas that we focus on. The first is that we want to provide a native integrated calling experience in Salesforce. That means you can make and receive calls right from your CRM. There's nothing to install. There's no physical equipment required. It's really easy to set up and go. The second area is productivity. And not just on the calling, but the things that you have to do before the call, during the call, and after the call. We want to help our users do better. So all the way from finding the record, making a call, taking notes, capturing the activity, the follow-up, it all falls into this category. And last but not least, we want to surface intelligence. Now that we help you capture all this information in the CRM, we want to in turn give you insights into your business and help you do your job better. So now that we want to build a product, the next thing for us to do is we need to find the right technology. And for us, finding the right partners is very important. There are a couple criteria that we evaluated. Trust is number 1 for Salesforce, so we needed a trusted platform. And also, we need a partner that can scale, potentially to every Salesforce customers. And we need a strong API support because we want a very native experience in Salesforce. We want to control our design. We want to control the flow. And also flexible enough so it will work very well with the Salesforce platform. And last but not least, like Salesforce, we want to partner with a culture of innovation. So Twilio was the obvious choice for us to move forward. So we decided to build our product on top of Twilio. So now we're building a product. Now, as a product owner, one of the most exciting part that I like about my job is scoping the releases. What goes into a release, especially for the first release, the MVP release. Oftentimes, it will break or make your product. So for us, we decided to focus on the basics. So we start with click to call. You can click on any phone number field in Salesforce and make a call right from the browser. When you're on the call, you can take notes, you can navigate to other places, you can multitask. And after the call, we just automatically capture that activity. And every user has a personal number to receive incoming calls. And when you get an incoming call, we automatically look up the records, even surface any recent information for you. So that's the first release. It's a very scoped use case, very focused. So then the second release is all about filling the gaps. So we supported reporting. If you're a sales manager, you can get insights into how your team is performing. You can see your call histories. If you get a incoming call and you missed it or not logged into your Salesforce, you see a missed call notification. Or you can say, you can forward that call to your mobile phone so you can do your business when you're traveling, or just have a native voicemail experience right in Salesforce. And now brings us to our latest release, which is now. Now, in this latest release, we focused on the features that will supercharge sales productivity. For example, we have integration with Sales Console, which allows you to open multiple records and manage multiple workspaces all within the same browser tab. You can add leads, contacts, accounts all into a call list and power through that list of phone numbers one after another. And once in a while, when you hit somebody's voicemail, with a click of a button, you can leave a pre-recorded voicemail. So saves you 10, 20 seconds every time that you hit a voicemail. We also worked on local presence. So it depends on the number that you dial. Lightning Dialer will dynamically display a local area code as the caller ID. So to your prospects, it always appears as a local call. And survey shows that drastically increase the answer rate. And on the roadmap, we're working on other exciting features such as coaching, call monitoring, so a sales manager can silently listen into a conversation of an agent and provide them with feedback, coaching. Recording, sometimes you may have to record a conversation for quality purposes. And we also want to integrate with our Salesforce One platform, which is our mobile solution, so you can access the Lightning Dialer functionalities when you're on the go. As you can see, we are very focused on the sales use cases. And we're very clear on who we are building this product for, our target user, and that's always going to be the way that we evaluate and prioritize our backlog. Now, we know that we are not going to build every single functionality. There are areas that we know that we are not going to focus right now. For example, the very heavy support or service use cases, those are the areas that we are not actively focusing on. But the good thing with Salesforce is that it's also a platform. So we have a lot of partners on our platform that provides their own CTI solutions with tight integration to Salesforce. So if you're looking for things like IVR, toll-free number support, call transferring, SMS, integration with your current phone system, you have a lot of options on our App Exchange ecosystem from one of our partners, and a lot of them also built on top of Twilio. So that's a quick overview of what this product is. Now I want to spend the rest of this session just to show you how that works. So I'm going to have my colleague Nitika, she's going to be my customer for the demo. And I guess I should put on this. Okay. So what you see here is what we call the Lightning Console for sales. Now, Lightning Console allows you to open multiple records at the same time. For example, let me open a few records here. So as you can see, you can open multiple records and switch between different workspaces very easily. So, and it's all under the same browser tab. Now, Lightning Dialer integrates with the Lightning Console. It also works with a regular Lightning experience in Salesforce. And today I'm going to show you the experience in Lightning Console, which is what you're seeing here. Now with Lightning Dialer, any phone number that you see in the system is now clickable. So here I'm seeing a list of leads. This is my list view. So I can click on the numbers and make a call right here. Or if I have a report, here I have a report that's pulling a list of leads for a marketing campaign. I can just dial down this report. Or let's say I'm working on an opportunity. And here I see I have a task due today. I have to follow up with Jason. So I can just hover over Jason's name, click on his phone number, and make a call right from the browser. And I'm dialing right from Salesforce. Hey, Jason.
Hey, Andy. How are you?
Good. So you think I'm overdressed?
No, it's okay. You're doing fine.
Okay, thank you. So on the call, I can take some notes, and all Jason's information is right in front of me. I can multitask. I can navigate and find information. I can send an email. I can create a follow-up task, follow a meeting. I can do that. And after the call, Lightning Dialer will capture this activity for me automatically. So here you see I have that activity captured on the timeline of this opportunity. But not just the opportunity. If I go to Jason's record, it also shows up under Jason's timeline as well. And of course, Jason can call me back on the number that that I call him. So when I get an incoming call, I will get a screen pop, and we will look up Jason's record, and we even surface some of the recent activities with Jason. So before you pick up the phone, you have a good idea what Jason may be calling you about. But let's say I am not available right now. I step away for a few minutes, and when I come back, I will get a missed call notification here. So I can see I just got a call from Jason. I see when he called, and if Jason left me a voicemail, I can also listen to the voicemail right in Salesforce as well.
I got your voicemail.
Now you notice at the left lower left corner, there's a phone component here. And this is where you can access all your call history, your incoming call, your outgoing calls, your missed calls, or your voicemail. There's a keypad if you want to dial into a meeting or extension, you can do that. And we also have something called a call list. Now what's call list? Call list is a feature that further increase your sales productivity in scenarios where you have to dial through a long list of phone numbers. So here's an example. Let's go back to the list of leads. Here's a list of leads assigned to me. I need to reach out to everybody on this list. And the first thing as a rep, I need to figure out, well, which lead should I call first? So as you see on this list view, I sorted it by the lead score. And lead score is something that's powered by our Einstein artificial intelligence. It can predict which leads are most likely to convert. So I'm always working on the hottest leads first. So I sorted it by the lead score. Now I can do what I did earlier. I can do click to dial one after another. So I can click on the phone number, make a call. I can open the record. I can take notes, log the call, and come back to this list view and then click on the next one. But there's a more efficient way to do that. I can multi-select the leads I want to dial, and I can create a call list. So let's create a new one here. So now I added all 9 records in the call list, and I can keep adding. So, and not just for leads, I can add some, I can add some contacts as well. So I'll select some contacts. This time I will add it to the existing call list. So I added some contacts. I can even add accounts. Let's add some accounts here. So now I have my leads, I have my contacts, I have my accounts all under the same call list right in front of me. So when I'm ready to rock and roll, I just click dial. It will automatically open the first record. You will dial the number, and I'm calling Kirsten. Hey, Kirsten.
Hello, Andy.
Okay, great. So I'm on the phone with Kirsten. Again, I can take some notes here. When I'm done, the activity will be automatically captured. And I also have a process running under the hood that automatically updates the stage of this lead. So if I quickly refresh this tab, you'll see that now the lead is in the working stage. And now I'm ready for the next call. But instead of navigating back to to my list view, I have my call list right in front of me. So all I need to do is click call next again. It will open the next lead. It will dial the next number. And I get James. But let's say James is not available right now. So I get James' voicemail. So a lot of times, especially if you are dialing through a long list of phone numbers, chances are you're going to leave very similar messages. So you can pre-record the message, and when you hear the beep,
you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
When you hear the beep, you can just click a button. You will drop that drop your pre-recorded message, and you can just move on to the next call. And of course, we capture all that information on the timeline. I see I left the voicemail for James, and I also have a process that automatically create a follow-up task for me. So making sure that I follow up with James. And of course, now the lead is also automatically updated to the working stage. And when I'm done, I just click call next, and I'm on the next call. So one other thing I want to mention, earlier when I call both prospects, I'm also using the local presence feature. So for them, they're always going to see a local call based on their area code. Now, as you can see, that's a really great productivity tool if you are a sales rep. But let's say you are a sales manager. You can also create reports that show you, that give you insights into your team's performance. Or you can go crazy. You can build a very interactive dashboard that show you all kinds of cool things like call durations, number of calls, inbound versus outbound, your top accounts, your log calls. So there's a lot of things that you can do. Now the final piece of functionality I want to show you is how do I set up Lightning Dialer for my Salesforce instance? Well, it requires great skills to turn the toggle on. And literally, you switch the toggle on along with the features you want to enable, and then you assign the licenses to the user, and that's all there is to it to set up Lightning Dialer in Salesforce. So as you can see, this is something that we are targeting a very native integration with Salesforce that's easy to set up. So that's the demo. I hope that gives you a good understanding of what Lightning Dialer is. Thank you, Nitika. So to sum up, Lightning Dialer is a native calling experience in Salesforce. It gives you sales productivity, it surface intelligence. And one other benefit of being native to Salesforce platform is that it also works super well with a suite of our other products and functionalities. For example, earlier you saw Einstein lead scoring in the demo. You saw Sales Console. We have things like Salesforce Engage that you can further integrate with your marketing automation. So along with our suite of products and functionalities, we're helping you to drive sales productivity forward and really working with you to reinvent the next generation of sales powered by Einstein. And if you'd like to learn more, please visit our website on Lightning Dialer or Einstein High Velocity Sales Cloud. And I want to thank you very much for attending the session. And I will be around, my team will be around to answer any questions. Thank you.